What a week we've just had in Emmerdale, and next week looks set to be even more dramatic. Secrets are bubbling to the surface, relationships are hanging by a thread, and we're about to see choices made that could change lives forever. From Charity's heartbreaking dilemma to April's risky move away from home, and even tensions spiraling into police involvement, it's all happening in the village. So let's go through everything we know is coming up between Monday, 6th of October and Friday, 10th of October. Get comfy because there are 12 big spoilers to break down, and honestly, every single one feels like it could spark major consequences down the line.
Charity finally learns the truth about her baby's father. We've seen Charity spiralling with worry for weeks now, and next week she finally gets the answers she's been dreading. After Ross pushes her to chase up the DNA results, the truth comes crashing down. The baby she's carrying for Sarah and Jacob isn't what anyone expected. It's hers and Ross's. Now, viewers will remember Charity's been trying to hold it together for Sarah's sake, but this revelation shatters everything. It's emotional, it's messy, and it's going to test just how much honesty she can handle. And of course, the big question is whether she tells Sarah the truth or carries this secret a little longer. Charity's instinct is to fix things fast, to take control before everything explodes. Instead of facing up to Sarah, she quietly books a termination. It's a move that feels rushed, desperate even, and it puts her straight into conflict with Chaz. Chaz believes Charity is about to make a mistake she'll regret forever, and the tension between the cousins boils over into a proper row. Viewers will know this isn't the first time these two have clashed when emotions are high, but this one cuts particularly deep. You can feel the weight of their history in every word.
Sarah makes everything more painful without realising. Just when Charity thinks things can't get worse, Sarah unknowingly twists the knife. She shows Charity a memory box she's been building for the baby, full of little keepsakes. She even suggests that Charity should write a letter to the child, welcoming them into the world. It's a heartbreaking moment because Sarah has no idea of the turmoil raging inside Charity. Watching Charity try to hold it together in front of a granddaughter is gut-wrenching. The audience is left asking, did she actually go through with a termination, or will Sarah's gesture make her stop in her tracks? 4. April walks away from her family. Elsewhere in the village, young April is still reeling from the fallout of Leo's pill incident. Ronna, furious and scared, can't bring herself to trust April under the same roof anymore. Marlon worries that pushing his daughter out could isolate her further. But April takes matters into her own hands and announces she's leaving. She talks about staying with friends, but the reality is much darker. She's heading towards the manipulative influence of Ray. For viewers, it's terrifying to watch because April is so vulnerable right now. We've seen this pattern before in soaps, troubled teens falling into the wrong hands, and it never ends well. 5. Celia fuels Ronna's doubts. When Ronna's left agonising over whether she's done the right thing with April, Celia steps in with some brutal advice. She insists Ronna was right to put distance between herself and her daughter. Coming from Celia, those words carry weight and they sink in deeper than maybe they should. It means April stays away from home longer than anyone expected, and the gap between mother and daughter grows even wider. You can't help but worry this might push April closer to Ray's control, and that's a road we don't want to see her go down. Keep steps in to help Gabby and Vinny. Their marriage problems have been bubbling away for weeks, and now Gabby seeks guidance from someone unexpected, Charles. She invites him over for a sort of mini counselling session. It's awkward at first, but Charles has a way of making people open up. Before long, Gabby and Vinny are admitting their frustrations, but also revealing just how much they still care. For a moment, it feels like a turning point. Soap history tells us these moments of hope are fragile, though, and it'll be interesting to see how long it lasts. 7. Gabby's insecurities spiral again. Sadly, Gabby's doubts don't stay quiet for long. She spots Vinny and Lewis together, sharing what looks like a comforting hug. While we know it's nothing more than friendship, Gabby doesn't see it that way. The insecurities that have plagued her for years flare up, and suddenly all the progress she and Vinny made with Charles seems undone. It's classic Gabby, strong on the outside but riddled with fears underneath. You can feel viewers shouting at the screen, wanting her to trust Vinny, but will she? 8. Laurel faces total chaos in her home. Over at the Thomas household, Laurel finds herself in the middle of absolute mayhem. Thanks to Jimmy accidentally flooding the King house, the entire King clan descends on her doorstep. It's noisy, it's messy, and it pushes Laurel's patience to the limit. Even Jimmy struggles and sneaks outside to the pirate ship for some peace. This storyline adds some much-needed lightness in the middle of all the drama, though you just know it's going to end with Laurel reaching breaking point. 9. Carl and Lucas's fight brings police to the door. Things take a darker turn when Carl and Lucas clash over Clemmy. Their schoolyard tension explodes into a fight, and Nicola is furious. She's determined not to let the Tate family drag hers down. But when the police become involved, it suddenly feels far more serious. Both families are questioned, and you're left wondering who made the call. Was it Nicola, trying to protect her own, or did someone else decide enough was enough? Either way, it's bound to have long-term consequences for the kids. If you're still watching and enjoying these Emmerdale spoilers, don't forget to hit subscribe. It really helps the channel, and you won't miss the big updates we've got coming every week. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you back in the village soon. 11. Chaz realizes she's neglecting Liam. While Chaz is tangled up in Charity's mess, she suddenly realizes she's been overlooking Liam's struggles. He's awaiting test results and grappling with his own health anxiety. But he's so used to being the doctor, not the patient, that he feels completely lost. It's a touching reminder that Liam, for all his strength, has vulnerabilities too. Chaz's attempt to make it up to him shows she does care, but you can't help but think the damage might already be done. Liam's not the type to shout about his feelings, and bottling things up rarely ends well in Soapland. 12. Bob and Celia smooth things over. Finally, we end on a softer note. After their awkward moment last week, Bob and Celia patch things up. Bob apologizes, Celia accepts, and she even offers to buy him a coffee to show there's no bad blood. It's a small, gentle moment, but in a week this intense, it feels refreshing. Sometimes in Emmerdale, it's the little scenes of kindness that remind us why we care about these characters so much. So, that's 12 big spoilers for the week of 6th to 10th October in Emmerdale. And honestly, it feels like the show is laying the groundwork for some huge autumn drama. Charity's secret could blow her family apart. April's situation is a ticking time bomb. And Gabby and Vinny's marriage looks shakier than ever. But what do you think? Should Charity come clean to Sarah before it's too late? Can April be saved from Ray's influence? And is Gabby pushing Vinny away when he's actually trying to hold things together? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this spoiler breakdown, please like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss next week's updates. Until then, thanks for watching and I'll see you back in the village soon.